Welcome.
You got this pipe. Welcome to our channel. Stress-induced left eye twitch. I'm
Jillian.
And Bo. We are in a different filming location.
What do you guys think of it? I refinished the stressor.
It looks nice.
It's a changing table.
Speaking of children.
Oh yeah, good segue there.
Thanks. We're continuing on our Surviving 101 series.
101.
Babysitting. Surviving
Babysitting.
Jillian and I have grown up babysitting. It has been our entire life, I'm pretty sure.
It was like our whole profession, and then
now it's still my profession.
Like a grown-up profession.
Yeah, we're both teachers.
We have been babysitting since we were like probably 8.
I started when I was 10.
I probably started when I was 12 then.
Yeah, because we started the same. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Kara.
The band Scooter Bells.
And
hi, girls.
So we're going to do some tips, do's and don'ts of the babysitting world. And we are professionals
hiring babysitters. If you are a babysitter, what you hope that your babysitter is or is not doing. All sorts of babysitting related. So start us off, Bo.
I'll start us off. I have a phone in here with all my information. So
I have a notebook.
My first one is one that I am very, very bad at. Set your price before you're going into the scenario. Because one time I babysat for probably 6 hours, 4 children, and I walked away with $13.
I don't struggle with this at all.
She doesn't. She's very good. Almost overpriced his parents. But she's a lot better. She didn't walk away with $13 for 6 hours.
I'm not going to babysit or nanny for $1 an hour. What's $13 divided by
like $2 and something cents.
Did you ever babysit for them again?
No, I didn't. But
she does it. She lets people not pay her and never asks for the money. She literally will let people pay whatever they want. She's terrible at it. I don't put up with that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I get called more than she does.
That's not true.
Okay, give your advice next. If you hear noise, our father and husbands are watching a movie in the other room.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah, we're at Jilly's house.
Yeah, this is my house. This is my baby's room. I would say if you're a babysitter or just even a person in general and you're going up to a baby or a new child that you haven't met or babysit before, give them space. They're actually human beings. They're not like dogs or cats. They're human. So I like respect their boundaries. I'm like, hey guys, I'm Jillian. I'm not like, hey, we're best friends now. People do that and freaks my child out. That would be my number 1 advice. Next.
My number 2. Try to avoid the children with anger issues. I once was babysitting for a family, and the daughter was not happy with another daughter. We were outside in one of those big play structure things, and there was netting. And one of the daughters shoved the other daughter out, and the other one's neck.
It's like a rope fence.
Yeah, you climb up the rope.
Yeah.
The girl flipped over. Her neck got caught in, caught in the netting, and then she flipped over. She could have died. She could have hung herself.
And that literally happened. And Bo was pretty young, and it was traumatizing.
Yeah, I was probably like 13.
She
was babying 4 kids. One of them was like 11, so and I was traumatized for I called my mom sobbing.
But the child was fine. Totally
They both were fine. They just had anger issues.
My next one is be careful what you watch when the children are in the room. Like you probably... oh yeah, I'm going to share that. So you probably don't want to be watching like the Kardashians or American Horror Story or The Walking Dead. I mean, they might get some bad nightmares. Also, when your child is like often as a babysitter, they'll watch TV, whatever. I nanny for a little boy who constantly watches YouTube, and he goes down YouTube, what are those called? YouTube like foxholes. And he goes down and down. So he'll want to be watching tubing or slime. And then all of a sudden I'll look over 20 minutes later and he's watching bikini contests because he's just clicked the suggested videos. So, you know, just be careful what you watch in front of the kids. Next one, Bo?
These are for the parents out there. Give your babysitters a break and get some good snacks in your household.
Don't put that organic crap all over the house. At least have something edible.
And
I don't want tofu.
Do not even think for a moment that your babysitters are not raiding your cupboards.
Because I get real hungry.
I'm so hungry. And some of you are out till like 2 in the morning.
And
do you
it's
think
so
we don't
tired.
Snack? We need snack. Another one, don't fall asleep on your parents' couch.
I really think people have mixed opinions about that.
Okay, if you don't know them well, like if it's your first time, I would not fall asleep on their couch.
I don't even for like my regulars. Even for people like friends, I've
fallen asleep on the Van Schoeneveld's couch many a times.
That's different. They're just like practically
but I have come home and then I don't wake up well.
No, she mad.
So I wake up, or it's like that awkward thing where you hear like the garage opening.
You're like, I'm up.
I gotta pretend like I. And then you're sitting on the couch like this.
Oh, I've just been reading this book the whole time, not watching the Kardashians at all.
Yeah. Oh, I was watching a documentary on the World War II.
Never.
But back to snackage. Just give us some good snacks.
Some chips, some cookies,
some cereal.
I babysit a lot out west, and I'm not saying anything, but they tend to have all organic and healthy and vegetables. And I'm okay with some good fruit and stuff, but I mean, it's not like I'm a pig.
I want something that I can just grab to snack. Like, I don't want to prepare something.
No.
Like, if I'm going to be, and to give to your children. Like, I just want something quick. If we're having a game night or a movie night or whatever, give us something to give to them.
I used to nanny for a family that literally their requirement was that I prepare organic vegan meals for them for every single part of the day that I was there. So I was there for breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner. And I had to homemade. Dude, I don't even make food for my own family every day or night. Like, I throw Jordan some goldfish,
I'm not making anything organic.
And that's lunch.
I have organic milk in the fridge right now.
Me too, but only because the expiration date is way longer than regular milk. Okay, next one. This is a serious deal. I'm very highly demanded as a babysitter / nanny. And I think one of my selling points is I always clean up the house.
Like after you play and stuff like that?
Well, not even that. Like if there's dishes in the sink and they were there when I got there, I always do them. I don't know if like mom and dad just taught us to do that.
I think I do it too.
Because I sweep. Well, of course, whatever I make a mess, it's completely cleaned up. But I sweep. I wipe things down. I mean, it's not like a deep clean. But it looks pretty perfect when I walk in. And parents, please acknowledge that when your babysitters do that, because it really annoys me when people don't mention how nice the house looks. It's
expected of you, because it's not really.
Yeah, no, it's not my job. Your kids are alive. Okay, next.
Okay, my last one is a little bit of a creepy story.
Oh, no.
When I was younger, I babysat for this family, and the mom was leaving, and she said that when the father got home, he had to quickly change, and then they were going to go to a work event. So she was like, let me know when he gets home, and then when he's on his way. The father got home and went directly to bed to sleep. He went to sleep, and he was like, I'm going to go lay down for a bit. And I was like, oh, I don't think that's what you're supposed to be doing. And then he offered to pay me like an insane amount of money to just let him sleep and not tell his wife. And so I got really creeped out, and I said, like, I needed to go home. And then I was there.
But she took the money.
I was there for literally maybe 45 minutes. I was supposed to be there for like 6 hours into the night, and I got creeped out. And so then he, I think, tried to bribe me because he gave me $80 for that 45 minutes. My thought was to be like, don't let anyone know that I went and slept in the bed. Like, obviously nothing happened, but it was just kind of a very uncomfortable, weird situation. So if that happens, don't go babysit with them again.
You can find other clients
that aren't creepy parents.
I have a lot of parents that'll text me or call me and be like, how's my child doing? Are they doing okay? And I always tell them they're doing great, even if they're really not doing
they're
that
screaming
great.
or throwing up.
Yeah, like I have had people that I have babysat for who one of their children screamed for 3 hours. I mean, it was a baby, so I was like, oh, what's wrong with this baby? And I have a baby, but I feel like now that I have had my own baby, all babies are so different. Like, I know how to get my baby to stop crying, but I couldn't get this other baby to stop crying. And finally, it just fell asleep. So I was like, yeah, it went great. It was perfect.
The baby's not going to tell any different.
You know, going back to your story, when I was littler, and maybe the culture is just different now, but we used to babysit for tons of people in our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So we would, like, walk there. We'd be there until, like, midnight, 1. I mean, we were still pretty old. We were teenagers. It's not like we were 10 doing that.
Yeah.
But the parents that I babysat for, they'd always, if it was, like, midnight or 1, they'd be like, we'll give you a ride home up the street. I almost always said no. And I don't know if the culture is so different now. Like, I'm pretty sure nowadays you'd probably want to take the ride home and not walk. But, like, back then, I was always like, that's so
and we'd
weird.
always, like, because we would, like, tell our parents, okay, like, we're coming home. Or, like,
we
our
had
parents,
a little razor, a pink razor. I'd be like, coming home, Mom.
But it wasn't, like, I don't know. Our parents were always, like, very much instilled in us, like, if you feel it, like, don't put yourself in an uncomfortable situation.
And I always thought was like, ooh, that's weird. I'm
Especially
not riding
when, like,
home with a dad.
Yeah, the dads would always,
the dad, Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, it just, be careful.
Yeah. My last point is, I nanny a lot for the kids that I worked for at a school. And so I'm pretty good friends with all of the parents. All the time when I get there to babysit, they'll be like, help yourself to whatever, you know, here's the TV remote, do whatever. There's beer in the fridge, go ahead and drink it. You know,
my parents never say that in my life. That must be a West Omaha thing.
Like, me and my probably shouldn't drink when I'm watching your children.
Probably not a good idea. Probably a recipe for disaster. Also, Jillian is 26, so if any of you are under 21,
don't be drinking.
Don't drink their alcohol. Don't invite your boyfriends or girlfriends over if you are. It's just
weird.
Just don't. Unless, like, my husband comes with me to the families that we know, and we all know them together. So it's like we're watching as a couple versus, like, a family that doesn't know Naya, doesn't know anything about, like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, my husband's coming over, or my boyfriend's coming over.
Yeah, that's just weird. Most of the time, I'm just babysitting by myself. I'm not going to be drinking your alcohol, or sleeping in your bed, or watching the Kardashians in front of your 2-year-old. I think these are good tips for hiring a babysitter, being a babysitter. Well, we're glad. We hope that your career as a babysitter goes as well as ours.
Like us. Subscribe down below.
Don't forget, this is 101 Survival.
101. Bye.
Bye.